Hey guys, I'm just getting ready in my hotel room for the big day today. I'm doing a massive talk, so obviously wanted to share with you behind the scenes. I've literally just got ready, put some makeup on, and I have a little spot coming up, so I've covered it. I try to anyway. It's like every time I have an important event, I've got something going wrong. So yeah, anyway, so just getting ready, wearing this lovely dress. And yes, I'll be filming the whole presentation and my talk, so you'll be able to see it in a minute. Yeah, wish me luck. I also wanted to share a story about myself because I think everybody talks about the success that they have, but I also want to talk about the failures and everything that kind of like happened to me before I got to where I am. So, because I'm sure a lot of people fail many times in life before they achieve something amazing. Okay, so I failed to get into the best university. So when I applied, it was the best university in England. It's number 2 in the whole world for economics. But then I didn't give up. Hello guys. I didn't give up, so I decided to reapply again, redo my exams, and then I got it the second time. So I got into London School of Economics. I graduated with management, which is completely different to what I do now. And then, what's funny is that I couldn't find a job afterwards. Even though I was speaking, several languages, I graduated from the best university. The recession hit at that time, and I know a lot of you probably experienced a lot of recession at that time as well. And a bunch of us couldn't find a job at all. So actually I went to work in a pub in Wetherspoons, if anybody's from England. Anyone in England? Yeah, so I was working in Wetherspoons serving beer. And I was thinking, what is going on with my life? And I think, people are like, yeah, it's okay, you're going to get some tips, don't worry. In 6 months, the biggest tip I got was £2, which is like €3. So yeah, I was not really impressed. I'm not sure if I was just sucked at my job, I'm not sure. And then basically I always had passion for food, okay? Food was something that I was obsessed with. Not only I was looking at food, dreaming about food, eating food, and actually I was a fat child as well, so, but we're not going to talk about that. At university I was known for my best brownies in the world. So they were these juicy chocolate brownies, very moist in the middle, very kind of crunchy outside, with like loads of chocolate in the middle. So people were always like obsessed with that. So then my friend was like, you hate your job. So I had loads and loads of jobs. My last job was recruitment. If anyone done recruitment here, lift up your hand. Yeah. Oh, quite a few people. It's the worst job in the world, I'm sorry. It's literally, it made me so drained. I was really depressed. You know that feeling when you kind of go to work and you really don't want to go to work, you kind of feel that sick stomach feeling. I don't know, I see a lot of nods here, so yeah. I kept like making up excuses, like, oh, I'm sick, or I have a doctor's appointment, and that turned into like 3 times a week, so. Then basically I talked to my friend and he was like, why don't you just do a video? You love food, you're passionate about cakes and pastries and stuff like that. So, and I was like, yeah, actually, you know what, I'm going to go and try it. So I went home. I don't have the video here, but I do encourage you to watch the video. I will put the link later. It's my first video ever, which was recorded on iPhone, and it's terrible. It's like this, hey guys, I'm just going to make some cookies here. But I was passionate, so I think people could see that I loved food. And at that time, so I just decided I'm just going to switch to this. So at 25 years old, I decided to quit my job completely. So, and I had nothing else. So I knew just that I love food. I was passionate about it. I didn't have any education in it. I quit my job. Everybody thought I was crazy. So if you're thinking about quitting your job but you're really passionate about something, it doesn't have to be particularly food. If you're passionate about music, art, writing, whatever it is, just start small, you know what I mean? So I just started really small. So when I quit my job, I started working loads of jobs at a time, but they were all food related. So I was very, very ambitious and passionate. I was like, it's okay, I'm going to make loads of money when I'm popular on Facebook or YouTube. These are just some cakes I want to show you. These are my latest creations. Is anyone hungry yet?
Did you bring some samples for us?
No, unfortunately not this time. But if you, I know a bunch of you are from London. I do strongly encourage you to go to my supper club. You'll be able to taste all this amazing food. So I want to really bring this point, it's actually in a small letters, but I did work 16-hour days for 3 years, and I'm not exaggerating this. I'm talking about really hard work, 16-hour days. I had no weekends off. And work, by work, I mean, I enjoyed it, so it didn't feel like work to me. So, you know, I was staying up till like late night, literally joining food Facebook groups and saying, hey guys, I love food, check out my pictures, can you subscribe to my blog? So this is what I did like for 3 years. So people think like, you know, how did I do it? This is how you do, you just promote yourself everywhere. And obviously now I can proudly say that I have over 300,000 followers on all my social media networks, and I have over 45 million views. So obviously a lot of my videos went viral on Facebook, so actually yeah, before I go, can you all follow me now please? Oh, some more pictures for you guys, yeah, some Eastern European food, some dumplings. Okay, just want to show you some statistics on my viral Facebook videos. So I'm not going to go over them. These are just some of the big pages that shared my stuff. These are some stats. And so I'm not lying, you can see. This is a Tastemade. Anybody knows Tastemade? It's the biggest American network, food network. They shared my recipe and it's got over 5,000 comments, 108,000 shares, and obviously 6.5 million views. This is how obviously my name got out there, because people realized like I do videos, food, and they liked it and they decided to like subscribe or whatever. Yes, watch my stuff. Now I'm going to talk about steam it, obviously how I applied the same techniques to steam it, because obviously what I did for 3 years I didn't get paid at all. I think I generally thought, I was very naive, I generally thought that if I reach, you know, a certain number of subscribers or followers, I'm going to earn a certain amount of income. And this is not true, by the way, so it just doesn't happen. Unless you have millions of subscribers, you're not really going to make any money. So at this stage, I make about $120 on my YouTube channel with like 5 million views, okay? So it's not a lot. So obviously I applied the same sort of techniques to steam it. My friend Ollie, he told me about this, about steam it. And obviously at first I was like, no, this can't be true, it's a scam. How can I like post something and make money on this? And then obviously when I realized that it wasn't the case, I was actually getting paid when some money when I actually transferred a little bit of money and bought myself, I think, a sandwich or something. I was like, oh my God, what is going on? So then I was like thinking, okay, you know what? I'm going to apply the same technique, what I did for my social media, to steam it. And I did work 16-hour days on steam it as well. So I literally disappeared. I'm not ashamed to say I didn't shower for a few days as well. You know, I literally got up in the morning and I was sitting there like typing up. My sister would come in, she's like, you're okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just working. She would go to work, she'd come back at 9, I'm just sitting there. She's like, you're right, babe. I'm like, yeah, I'm just doing steam it. She's like, did you join a cult? I'm like, no, I joined steam it. So I think my friends and family were worried about me because I disappeared for about a month. But I knew that, you know, I knew that if I focused all my energy into steam it, I will achieve good results as well. And also, I just ended my really long-term relationship with my partner, so I was in a really dark place, so I thought, you know what, this is the perfect place to just disappear and take my mind of it. So actually all turned out really, really good. And of course, I didn't know anything about cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, and my personality-wise, like, I'm a very curious person, so if I find something new, I want to learn more about it. So I was basically consumed by everything. Yeah, so, and then obviously now on Steemit, I don't have a screenshot, but I have over 6,000 followers on Steemit, which is great. Not quite 300, but we'll get that, don't worry. Yeah, so but then I got obviously excited and motivated again, because not only was it just the money, at first it was the money, I'm not going to lie, because it was like, oh my God, finally I'm getting paid for my work, because I felt like I've worked so hard, so much. But then it was just about actually building relationships, like so many of you are here that I know personally, I was seeing second time, which is amazing. You know, very happy to have you here as well. Right, my button doesn't work. Oh. Yeah, and then obviously, I think automatically I want to kind of relate it to you guys as well. You know, I'm talking about food, and I think we have quite a few foodies here. Who's from food community here? Yay! But it doesn't have to be just food. I was promoting Steam It with food, so I baked a cake and I went on the street and I just thought, you know, this cake is amazing, I'm going to give a free cake and tell people about Steam It. And after 3 hours, nobody wanted my cake, and I was like, okay, this is weird. I don't know why. In London, for some reason, when you talk to strangers, people just don't talk to you back. They're like, go away. Why are you giving me free stuff? I don't want to talk to you. So I don't know if any of you have been to London, this is how it is, you know, people don't want to talk to you. So yeah, basically that was it. And but then I decided to just basically shove it in their face and just like, look, check out Steam It. It's good. Look at my account. I made some money. But yeah. And obviously right now I'm here doing a talk and it's amazing and a bit scary if I'm honest. But okay, few more pictures. Yeah, a few more just delicious food. This is actually a picture with the egg. I've just developed brunch for a restaurant in Windsor. So yeah, I've created a new brunch menu for them, which is amazing. Wow. Just want to give you some tips about the things that I wish I knew when I started, because I feel that I made a lot of mistakes, and if I can help you not make those mistakes, if you're thinking about, you know, sort of quitting your job or doing or following your passion, that it is all about good content, especially now. So make sure you invest into your camera, invest into good quality pictures, and do good stuff, because if you just do rubbish like I did for 1.5 years, it took me a lot longer to get where I am. Don't be shy or embarrassed. It doesn't matter what you do, you know, whatever you're into, don't think what people might think of you. You know, you're going to improve. You're not going to be amazing when you start, but you're going to improve because you're going to learn as you go, and you're going to progress further. Next thing, that it is not easy at all, okay? Really, this is something that I come across a lot because people ask me like, how did you do it? It's really hard. I've been going through ups and downs for a very long time, and even still now I could say that, you know, it's not like I'm sitting here like, oh, this is so easy. You still have to work a lot, and it's always ongoing work, but because I'm passionate about it, I don't mind it, I guess. And yeah, don't be naive, like I was. Don't think that if you reach a certain number of subscribers, you're gonna make, you know, a certain amount of income. It's all really hard work, and eventually somebody is gonna notice you, hopefully, or you need to go out there, meet new people, and, you know, get those opportunities. And obviously, how to go viral. I have some tips about how to go viral on Facebook. So if you want to talk to me about that privately after the talk, you can come over. I can share some tips with you. Things I would do differently, and I advise you as well. I wish I didn't compare myself to others, and this is a really strong point I want to mention, because we all do it now. It's really hard not to do it because of social media. You know, you scroll through your Facebook, Instagram, even Steam It, whatever, you always compare yourself to others. You think everyone else is doing better, everybody else has better job, better pictures, I don't know, better life, but in reality it's just, you know, it's all fake. So don't compare it to others, stick to what you know, stick to what you do. If you're passionate, people will kind of notice it. And again, work really hard. If you're working very hard for 1 week and then you expect the results to come, it's not going to happen. You have to work hard. Like I worked for 3-4 years, and I'm still working. For the last sort of 3 months, I've been working 7 days a week just because I got new opportunities, and I just didn't want to say no. Yeah, and Steam It obviously is a perfect platform for you to kind of be heard and seen and be noticed. It's still quite a small platform in my eyes. And if you're good at something, then just kind of do it. Do what you do. Build your community. So in food, I think, you know, there's only a few people that are really amazing, and then we want to build like a bigger food community. So I was a bit inspired by the previous talk, so maybe I should make a food community as well. We'll see. So yeah, and just get really good at that and build your base. And you know, success is not built overnight. It is really hard work. It's demanding, and it has a lot of sacrifices. You might not be able to go out on a Friday night till 7 in the morning and then be hangover for 2 days. If you want to have something in life and achieve something, you have to work. As boring as it sounds, but you just have to work. It's just things just don't come, you know, on a plate. I mean, for some people maybe, but then it's quickly gone. My top tips, okay, this is really important. Just start, don't delay it. I meet so many people as well that talk to me, oh, I have this amazing business idea, or I want to do this, and then they talk about it, and a year later they're still talking about it. Just start today, tomorrow. Like, I'm not talking about, because it's challenging. If you're passionate, let's say if you're passionate about music or writing, and someone says to you, just start. Obviously, for you to start a YouTube channel and record everything, it sounds really overwhelming. So I would suggest just write a little plan. Do like dedicate 1 hour a week to your passion, dedicate 2 hours the next week, 3 hours, and then it's gonna feel like you're doing it step by step rather than you kind of jumping in there straight away. Does this make sense? Yeah. And be unique. Of course, we're in a world now that a lot of people are similar and copy each other. So you have to be unique. You have to do something that nobody else really does. One really good example I can give you: wear something weird, or just I don't know, like I'm with this guy who just started doing YouTube videos topless, and he's growing me in like 1 year. So, you know, do something, wear some yellow or weird shirt, and you're gonna be popular as well. And also be inspired by competition, you know, don't look at competition and again compare yourself, which I did, I'm gonna admit. But just be inspired by them, sort of see what are they doing, can you kind of do similar stuff, or what can you do to kind of become sort of better than them, be ahead of them. Another thing, don't judge anyone. Being on social media is quite hard. I get a lot of judgment, I get a lot of comments, and obviously at first it was really hard to deal with it. But people don't know my story, they don't know where I've come from, they don't know what I've been through. So obviously if you look at it and think, oh yeah, you have a lot of followers, it's nice. But it's not been an easy journey for me. So the advice I give, just don't judge anybody before you kind of meet them and actually talk to them and know what their story is. Okay, that's a bit of salmon for you then. Sorry, that's sort of sea bass. I have 2 minutes left. Anybody has any questions? Yeah.
Ola, thank you for your talk. Hearing that you studied management at LSE makes it all make a lot more sense to me now. I think early on, I definitely noticed your rigor, your self-discipline. And so, on that note, I wanted to ask, and you can answer this very abstractly, but I'm very curious how you manage yourself on a day-to-day basis, what kind of a typical life of Allasyummyfood is like. Because it seems like you're doing a lot of things simultaneously, right? It's real life, online, multiple platforms, and that's a huge burden for people who want to attack a subject from multiple angles. So I'm curious on your take on it.
The advice I would give is to stick to just one platform. There's like 5 or 6 platforms now. You have Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat. I have to do them all. Just do one and be really good at it. And in terms of time management, I think I'm very organized, so what I do suggest, maybe I'm just a bit of a freak, but I like to really plan out every hour of my day, so I know exactly what I'm doing and stick to that schedule. So I wake up at 9 and I literally write down 9 o'clock, wake up, have breakfast 9:15, and then you kind of have the whole day, and you don't really stick to it 100% all the time, but you stick to it about 80% of the time, and that helps me kind of be on track. And it's not easy to juggle a lot of things. I'm planning to cut something out because it's getting a bit too much, but yeah, I just organize yourself basically on a daily basis.
And we've got about 30 seconds left, so any closing words if you have?
No, you're all amazing, thank you for coming. Yeah, that's it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a 5-minute break and then we begin our next session right in here.
Okay guys, I just finished my talk. It's been recorded and yeah, I think I talked really fast in the very beginning and was a bit nervous, but it's okay. I'm just going outside to have some fresh air because that was quite nerve-wracking, but then I had a lot of nice positive comments from people saying I did really well. So I guess that's good, but honestly inside I was like shaking and I think I was sweating, and yeah, but it's done now. I feel like I can relax and enjoy the rest of the festival, and hopefully with my next talk I'll just get better. So yeah.